probably gonna delete this after I post it, but on the off chance that I could help one person or someone will be able to relate, I don't know how else to put this, but I feel like I'm failing at life. Every single aspect. I am 25 and I have never been more unhappy. I don't have a relationship, which is fine, but I also don't feel like I have friendships. I'm failing at my job and just being made to feel like I'm not good enough. The few relationships I have with people in my family honestly just don't feel very healthy for me. I just want to put this out there and be vulnerable for anyone who feels that way, to know that you're not alone. Coming from someone who thought she did it all. I've got 3 million people on here, but somehow I'm still failing at everything. Even when there are a million reasons to give up. I hope you do what I'm doing and you keep going, because maybe it gets better one day. That's what I tell myself.
I calculated, I think I've lost like a year, maybe more of my life. And I get scared because I don't want to create a life that I'm not able to enjoy. I'm scared right now because I put my hand here and it hurts so much. And right, where is it? Here. Here, it's excruciating, the pain, you know? And then maybe another day it'll be in another spot. Maybe we're here, maybe here. I just want to cry.
We will only show you our happy face, right? And I don't want y'all to think that that's us faking it so much, because it's like the moon. Like, we only ever see the light side of the moon, and that is a true side. Like, there's not anything fake about that side of the moon. It exists. But at the same time that side of the moon exists, so does the dark side. The dark, cold, lonely side. It's always there, no matter what we're seeing from this side of it. You know what I mean? So because so many of us will only ever show you the light side of ourselves, it can be very difficult for people to believe what's really happening on the inside, particularly close people that are close with us.
I don't want to live anymore. I've said those words before. You know, maybe some of the people who know me the best would agree. You know, I've said those things or type of things, you know, in passing to just try to bring some levity to the situation. The way it's delivered, the way it's spoken, I don't know. But it's always kind of been meant to just, you know, be a sarcastic kind of way to be like, yeah, well, this friggin' sucks. You know, this day really sucks. This week, this month, this year, I don't know. But I've never really said those words and meant it on. Well, my wife and I, we were out for a hike, and we took our friend's dog out. We took our dog Gypsy, and yeah, everything was going great. You know, life was seemingly good for the moment. Biggest issues I have is not allowing my wife to be on the innards of like what's going on within me, and that's a serious issue, because, you know, there were so many things, as I look back when we lived in Washington, there were so many things that were going wrong for me in my life. I couldn't get a job. I was applying everywhere, everything. You know, she was working in a casino and she hated it. I hated that, you know, she didn't like her job or whatever. And so there was all these pressures, and, you know, just having this mentality of, and I don't know why, it's just always been there, just this fake it to make it. I'll get through it, you know, I'll be fine. And just when I thought I knew depression, for me, there's another level. It gets darker, it gets deeper, it gets angrier. I had never witnessed this side of depression, this anger. We were walking these dogs, we were having a great time, and somehow Porter got loose, and I was filming stuff, just trying to have fun, be creative, and I saw Porter got loose, and I freaked out. I dropped my camera on the ground, thousands of dollars of equipment, just threw it on the ground. It doesn't matter, that's not our dog, we need to take care of that dog. He's loose. And with this tunnel vision, I'm not communicating with my wife that we gotta do this, and then everything leading up to this event that I hadn't communicated with my wife, that I hadn't just talked to her about, or whatever. Maybe I just kind of felt like she kind of knew about it, but she didn't. And then she's trying to pick up this camera, and I'm yelling, we need to get the dog, and I'm getting angry, and I'm getting angrier, and I'm getting angrier, and she just keeps trying to pick this camera up, and I told her to stop so many times, and I just kept yelling, and it escalated, and it escalated, and it escalated, and I just... The moment passed, and I yelled at her enough. Some of the nastiest things I've ever said. I just told her to go, and I picked the camera up after she left, and I was still recording. I recorded everything. I recorded how I sounded. I recorded how I looked. I looked exactly and sounded exactly like a monster.